We've had pictures of a cow and a bale feeder before, and honestly, I don't remember what jokes we used. I'm sure they were funny. I'm sure they were really funny. Did this cow mess up that truck in the background too? Is this cow used in the bale feeder as a suit of armor? Here's a fun fact. On March 13th, 1591, the Songhai army and the Moroccan army met outside of a cow pasture. They were going to do battle, right? And the Songhai army, they were bigger and they had more people, but the Moroccan army, they had already got firepower, right? They had guns and they had artillery and they had cannons. The Songhai army apparently didn't have that because they had not hired a wizard to figure that stuff out yet. But they had more people and they were smart. They're outside a cattle pasture. And the leader of the Songhai army is like, hey, I got an idea. It was probably an idea of some soldier that he stole. That's how history goes, okay? He's like, what if we round up the 1,000 head of cattle, we stampede them right into the Moroccans? What if we did that? How cool would that be? So they did. They got all these cows together, 1,000 of them. It's a lot of beef. And then they all started clanging their swords and that, and they started the stampede. Now, the Moroccan army's over there, and they're going, what's that? What do we got coming here? They realize there's 1,000 cows coming at them, and they were freaking out. And they're all like, captain or lieutenant or general, I don't know what they had, right? They're like, there's a wall of bovine coming at us, so we should retreat. And the captain, lieutenant is like, okay, maybe we should just leave and let the Songhai army win. But one guy, one Moroccan soldier, probably a farmer, he took his gun because he's like, hey, we got these. And he went and he shot at the cows. And the rest of them were like, oh, okay, we're shooting at the cows. So they started shooting the guns and the cannons and the mortars and all that, just shooting at these cows. Now these cows, this is before gunpowder, right? These cows, all they do is they chew their cuds all day. They're like, hey, this is quite a day. We're being rounded up and stampeding an army. Then they're getting shot at. And they're thinking, oh, no, we aren't having this. So they turn around. That's right. The Moroccans, they're shooting at them. They turned that whole stampede around. So now the Songhai army is like, hey, we did it. They're opening six-packs and clinging swords and all that stuff. And then one of them goes, that stampede's heading our way now. And they look ticked. The stampede came back. They wiped out the Songhai army. They wiped them out. And then, not only that battle was the end of their empire. Because the Moroccans, they just kept marching wherever they were. I don't know where they were. This is off of Wikipedia. I mean, if you're going to do like a book report on this, maybe you should do a little more research and then just going off of what I said.
Bingo.
Just got a bingo. Battle of roundabout bingo on SharkFarmer Bingo. Well done. Congratulations for playing.
This week's machinery pick of the week is presented by John Deere.
Man, this auto guidance is really getting accurate. It's like a tractor wedgie. That pulls like right in the old intertubular cleft, if you know what I mean. You know, I don't want to be the angry guy. I don't want to be a bitter guy, but I had some incredibly funny jokes for this picture. Incredibly funny, and they were nixed. Why? Because they were deemed inappropriate. And I mean, they were inappropriate. Don't get me wrong. They were very inappropriate, but that's what made them so funny. Even America's Funniest Videos has their Naughty File segment, right? Tosh.0 has his, well, Tosh.0's whole show is pretty naughty. My point is, when a joke is funny enough to make the entire control room spontaneously laugh, that joke should be given a pass. But no, apparently not. So here we are. Did you hear about the magician farmer?
He turned his tractor into a field.
How did the farmer get his crop circles so perfect?
He used a protractor.
Girl left her boyfriend for a tractor salesman.
She wrote him a John Deere letter.
How did the farmer find his missing producer?
He tracked her down.
Actually, he didn't track her down. He never went looking because he wanted to tell funny jokes on the TV, and he can't do that when the producer's there. So there we have it. I've heard 80% of trucking is knowing how to secure a load. How many people have taken the ratchet and put the strap through the one end, and then they go to tighten it and they realize, oh no, and they take it out and they re-put it in through the other way, and then they go to tighten out and then they realize it was right the first time? It's really fun to watch the kids go through that process and not actually say anything. Looks like that's all that Dodge can handle. Hey, if you don't want to be made fun of, then become a sponsor of the show. That's all I'm saying. This is from friend of the show, Jonathan Evans. He says this is his dad and his grandson, Matthew. Now, Matthew is the fourth generation to learn to drive on this tractor, the old 1948 Farmall Super A. If you were a pirate captain, you would have a parrot on your shoulder, basically to show off. I mean, parrots, they're pretty smart, and they were valuable. It was like a status symbol. Plus, they didn't eat a lot, like a dog. I mean, think about it. If you had a dog on a boat and you ran out of food, you no longer have a dog. Ew. This is not a parrot. This is a chicken. Chickens are not pretty. They're definitely not smart. They're probably about $1 a pound. This guy, though, he might be a pirate. And if you ever run across a pirate with a chicken on their shoulder, I mean, man, you better cross the street. Is a pirate that's bad enough to have a chicken on his shoulder, he knows how to hold his own. He'll be making y'all walk the plank. Chip, 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 chip. This, I love it. I love it. This video goes on for like 15 minutes. And the whole time, the camera is pretty much perfectly centered. Until right about now. I laugh so hard. And beforehand, the guys are there filming, they're talking, they're like, I think we're far enough back. Oh yeah, we're far enough back. That thing comes down at you, it's gonna make you go back. Thanks for spending some time with us here on SharkFarmer TV. For more stories about people in agriculture, catch my shows on Rural Radio Channel 147 Sirius XM. There's more in-depth discussions on my podcast, and of course, you can check out previous episodes of this show on my YouTube channel. Find out more at sharkfarmer.com.